A woman simply jumped into a relatively large dirt pit, but she suddenly sensed something was wrong, because this was clearly not a dirt pit, but a huge footprint. But strangely, what kind of creature had left this footprint? In order to find out the secret of the footprint, Nora found people near the footprint and asked them about it. Just as the elderly couple was eating lunch that afternoon, the dog outside suddenly started barking wildly before they could react. The house suddenly shook. At first they thought it was an earthquake and rushed into the basement. Just as they hit the house, was hit by a severe impact. After the outside noise finally stopped, the couple cautiously peeked out. However, the scene before then terrified them. Their house had been reduced to rubble. There was a huge footprint left on the ground. Realizing that a monster might be nearby, Nora immediately took a helicopter to search for it. They searched for 3 hours, but couldn't find the monster. But the monster was so huge. Where could it hide? In order to find the monster faster, Nora sought help from her father, because her father had always believed, since he was young, that giant creatures existed in the world. Maybe he could find the monster soon. Nora brought her father to this location. Surprisingly, her father was indeed an expert. He simply stomped his foot lightly, then glanced at the map in his hand, and instantly sensed something was amiss. Her father said the terrain here was all wrong, because there were no rocks at this location on the map. Just as Nora was puzzled by this, the rock behind her suddenly opened its eyes. This instantly startled the father and daughter. Before they could escape, the stone suddenly seemed to awaken, blinking into a giant trough. This instantly sent everyone scrambling to flee, hurrying into the helicopter. Fortunately, the troll did not attack them, and they narrowly escaped. With the troll's appearance, everyone fell into panic, because the area where the troll was located was the only route for building the railway to prevent the troll from causing property damage to people. The leaders immediately prepared to open fire on the troll, but Nora's father believed this was not the right approach. They needed to figure out what the troll wanted. However, the leaders refused to listen. They gathered a large force to eliminate the troll. Sure enough, as soon as they arrived at the troll's location, the troll sensed the human scent and approached. Upon seeing the troll, the captain ordered to open fire. However, they underestimated the troll's defensive capabilities. The shell struck the troll's body, but the troll was completely unharmed, as if it were merely a tickle. As the troll approached them, the captain immediately ordered a retreat. Nora and the others hid behind a rock, but they forgot that the troll had a keen sense of smell. Soon the troll knocked the rock away, and one of the soldiers was eaten by the troll. Seeing such a terrifying scene, everyone ran away in panic. Only Nora's father seemed to have gone mad. He raised his hands and walked to the troll's feet, trying to calm the troll down with body language. The next second the troll did indeed calm down. However, just as everyone let out a sigh of relief, a guy aimed his gun at the troll. This immediately made the troll angry again. It sent Nora's father to hell in one fell swoop, then crushed the armored vehicle to pieces. Only then did the troll reluctantly turn and leave as the troll appeared. In the news reports, the entire city was thrown into panic. As the troll headed toward the city center, the military had to take immediate action and planned to use nuclear weapons to kill the trolls. At that moment, Nora suddenly remembered what her father had said. Nora believed that the palace might be the troll's destination, so they hurriedly drove to the palace. They were then led to a strange case, but to their surprise, there were numerous troll skeletons there. It turned out that this had once been the troll's habitat. Only then did Nora realize that the troll had come here simply to return to its former home. At that moment, Nora suddenly noticed that when the ultraviolet light shone on the skeletons, they began to petrify rapidly. They finally realized that the troll feared ultraviolet light.